Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of the RAYZE podcast. And I am really honored today to have two people on my podcast for the first time. I have a husband and wife team from the company called Gift of Nature. And one of the biggest product is called Alkarock. And I have to tell you, I absolutely love this product. It just has a great way of alkalizing your water so that your body becomes more alkaline than it does acidic. And I'm really happy to have them here as a team because, first of all, not only are this is the first time I'm having a couple on the show, but most importantly is because they have inspired me so much about what it is that they're doing, what is that their mission in life, that I also got involved in the company in a bit, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But first of all, I'd love to introduce you to the owners and proprietors of Alkarock. Could you introduce yourselves?
Hi, good afternoon. I'm Eman Balani. I'm the owner of Alkarock. So, beside me is my wife. You introduce yourself. She's Jenny. So, we have this company 3 years ago.
Yeah, you started it about 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Just right before the pandemic, correct?
Yes, just right before the pandemic.
And so I could only imagine the difficulties you've had in trying to run a business during the pandemic. It must have been such
It's very hard.
difficult
It's very
experience,
difficult.
but somehow you were able to not only manage it, but also to excel in it, right? So Alkarock is, in your business, the Gift of Nature, it's a network marketing base, is that correct?
Yes, it's
Okay.
network marketing.
All right. And currently right now, how many distributors do you have?
Currently, we almost have 4,000 distributors.
4,000 distributors in the span of 3 years.
3 years,
Only
yeah.
3 years.
Okay.
In 3 years.
And where's your product right here? I just wanted to be able to show people, And by the way, this is not necessarily meant to market Alkarock, but I wanted to be able to just demonstrate the power of not only about personal belief and networking, right? This is the product. It's called Alkarock. It comes into these 2 sachets, and you pour it into your drink. Now I have mine right here, okay? And I absolutely love it. And some of the benefits that has been given me is that not only do I feel better, it definitely took away some of the probably the acidity in my body and make it more alkaline. I have been drinking it almost every day now for the last 2 weeks, ever since I started it. And I just feel it's a really wonderful product. But really what we're here to talk about is their personal journey. How you were able to start this company and in 3 years grow it from 0 distributors, right?
Yeah.
0 sales of this product to now becoming, I think it's a pretty hot product here in the Philippines. Is that right? Only because while I'm talking to others, some people actually already know it. I mean, 3 years. I mean, how did you do it? What's your magic?
Well, there's no magic. It's just when we started a project just like this, we see to it that it will boom. And at first, this is not business for us.
Right.
Our business is rent a car. So we do rent a car service to some government projects, especially ASEAN Summit. Our last is SEA Games.
Sige.
So prior to discovering this product, this product was introduced to me 2016 by a friend of mine, and who has great belief in my capability to market this product. And then I resisted because last 2013, I retired to this kind of business. So I'm into this kind of business since 1997. But then in 2013, I decided to retire and put up our own business, which is in a traditional manner. So that's why we enter rent-a-car business.
Okay. So going back, you were sort of like a professional in the networking industry, correct?
Yes, yes.
Okay.
I made multi-level marketing or networking as a career. So I started as a distributor, became a trainer, became a concept developer, product developer, vice president for marketing, vice president for operations, and we've started a lot of companies. And then it's good to say that every company that I started really make it big. In fact, most of them exist right now using my ideas and my programs. And we've created a lot of entrepreneurs because some of them owns a company. Some of my leaders created a book.
Wow.
Yeah. So, but then 2013, I decided to retire because of some personal reason, which is happening to the industry. So I don't want that. So I exit, and then we started our business. That's why in 2016, I just give them an advice on how to market that product, but unluckily they failed.
You mean the first guy who
The
introduced you to the rocks?
Yes, yes.
Right.
And then in 2019, they came back to me and then they tell me, no one can do this but you.
They persisted. They just literally left the Alkarocks, delivered it without us saying,
Without any commitment at
without
all.
any commitment, without us having to ask if we agreed or not. They just leave it.
They just dumped you.
It's just
and,
dumped.
Yes.
and I gotta let you know, it's just rocks.
Yes, it's just
when I look at it, it's just pure white rocks.
So-
you know, I mean, I actually, I have it. We have it in our container, and it just looks like white rocks. You know, and in fact, when I'm drinking out of this, and people say, "What in the world? Why do you have rocks
Yeah, why
in
do you
your
have rocks?
in your water bottle?" And I said, "It's because it alkalines my water." Right? And the moment I say it alkalines my water, interestingly enough, quite a few people already understands the benefit of alkaline water. So it's you know, the news out there, it's not new news.
It's not.
Yeah,
Right.
it's not
I've
new.
actually been familiar with alkaline water in the United States ever since I've heard reports about it and stories about the benefits about having alkaline water. But in your case, when in 2019, when you had your friend come over and like dropped like a big sack of white rocks,
Yes.
right, and just put it in your house, you're like, what am I supposed to do with the rock?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my
He's really not-
impression.
He's really not interested at that time.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
so I was asking about the rocks on top of the ref.
Yeah, so you put it on top of the rock.
Yes,
I put it on the top of
Then
the
I
ref.
saw it. What are you going to do with this? This is just a mess, adding a mess on the house. So
Yeah.
he said, they say they put the rocks in the water. So I said, oh, then you do that. He said, no, you go. You drink first. He said, if you're not taking this, I'm going to throw this.
So if you don't get sick, then
yeah.
right.
He wants me to be the
the guinea pig.
The guinea
Guinea
pig.
pig.
Oh
Yeah.
my God, that's so funny. You know.
So
Then
and that's what started this Alkarock, and everything is history. You know, when I first take this product, before I was taking a vitamin B complex of an American company. So because I'm suffering with high uric acid, so my hands cramps and my feet suffers a lot, especially when I woke up and get up in bed.
Yeah.
So I cannot walk.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm taking supplements vitamin B complex. But then when I take this Alkarock, after 3 days of drinking the water, I feel I'm relieved. And then I continue using it, and then on the seventh day, the pain already gone.
Really?
Yeah. So I myself was amazed. But prior to using this, if you've seen this product, a rock with a lot of white dust covering it,
Yeah.
and it's packed in how do you call that? In a plastic.
Ice candy.
Yeah,
Plastic of an ice.
plastic of an ice. Yeah. So maybe you will not use it.
Yeah.
But then she wants me to use that product before she does.
So you were the guinea pig, right?
Yeah, I'm the guinea pig now. And then I'm relieved.
Yeah.
So, and then we're on the process of preparing for the SEA Games.
Yeah.
The Philippine SEA Games last 2019. The event will happen last week of November and first week of December in New Clark City in Tarlac. So we have a lot of ASEAN athletes there. So we do the transportation for them. And then
Because you were still doing the cars.
yeah, we're
car
doing
rental.
the car rental. Now, come December, after that project, most of our drivers and operators, of course, if you have a project, you will have a celebration because of the successful project, right? Or a Thanksgiving party.
Yeah.
Now, during that SEA Games, we have a tumbler,
Yeah.
black tumbler.
We took the opportunity to sell also tumblers, SEA Games tumblers.
SEA Games tumblers, not with
SEA Games
rock, not the one with rock.
Right.
So that's for a remembrance in the SEA Games.
In the SEA Games.
And then sometimes when you marketed a product, there are a lot of stocks not being sold. So and then for us not to waste that product, we raffled it during our Thanksgiving party.
So you're trying to get rid of it.
Yeah, and then we put the rocks inside. And then when the winner asks, "What's the rock inside?"
Yeah.
I just tell them it alkalines the water.
But
So use it. I don't
know how it's gonna be.
Yes, I don't tell them what I feel. I don't tell them that it relieves my pain, my suffering from high uric acid. Not to influence their mind. So I just want them to use that and tell me what happened. And then after 2 weeks of using that product, one of our driver operator comes to us and then tell us that the product is good. So he's suffering from cancer, from cancer before, but he's a survivor. So he used to take a lot of maintenance medicine.
Yeah.
That's why his creatinine are
Very high.
very high.
Yeah.
And then he's telling that he's okay. He feels
He
relief.
feels a lot better.
Yeah. And then I advise him to go to the laboratory and just we will see if his laboratory is okay. If everything is okay.
So you went to get his lab results, and the lab
Yes.
results turned out better after you've
Yeah.
been drinking the alkaline water for a
For
while.
2 weeks.
For 2
For 2 weeks, yes. So in that sense, since I developed concepts before,
Yeah.
a lot of things is
Running through your mind,
running
right?
from my mind, and then I tell them the product is really good. So maybe we can market this product. But I don't want to go back doing MLM or networking again.
Yeah.
So it will break my word when I go back to MLM. But then we try to market the product, and then we develop it, Since the product is stored in a plastic, in ice plastic, so the first thing to do is we have to source out packaging, as well as the design, the product name, the color, and then the good thing, she does it all.
So you're a designer too, right?
Yes.
So you had some creative ideas.
Yeah, I created the brand colors.
Right. Well, I gotta tell you, I'm very impressed, because in 2019, just at the eve of the pandemic, right, you started this business.
Yes.
And in 2020 and 2021, 2 years in which there was lockdowns and closures, and how were you able to survive? I mean, what was going through your mind that says, you know what, how do we keep going, or should we just close our doors?
Actually,
Because there's a lot of companies that did this. Right.
To tell you honestly, when we started this in 2019, it was never in our mind that we were gonna make this as a main business, because do the fleet management, the rent-a-car, the SEA Games. Then we are also developing another product, the juice. We're supposed to do the juice thing, not this way.
You're supposed to do actual juice, not
Juice,
rocks.
not this rocks, yes. Then after all the costing, I told him, why are we focusing on the juice? We don't have any product yet, the juice. We will have to ask for the laboratory. What will we do with the rocks there? Remember, they just
You got all these rocks on top of your refrigerator.
Yeah.
That must have been a lot of rocks. That must have been
He said, then you go, you talk to them, you learn.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, he's not really interested. So I talked to the source, and then we were not yet satisfied. So we did our own testing, our own research, and then I was really interested now. He still listened.
You were the aggressive one, right?
Yeah.
You saw the potential.
I saw the potential, and then they tried it, so they got a good result. So I think we can do this. That's what I think. What are we going to do with that? It's already there. It's rough.
Yeah.
And then last March, since I'm also a blogger, I got it's called sponsorship for camping. So I asked my fellow bloggers to shoot the Alkarock. So I shoot the Alkarock for free since I got sponsorship. Then the
venue is free. The farm is free.
The farm is free.
Everything is free.
My co-bloggers, the results are free.
Yeah.
The only thing that my ex-deal is to have that camp on my website.
Right.
So I'm a writer too. So much of the factor is I can do 5 jobs. I can do that.
Yeah, she's
And
the
then
one.
March 7 and 8 we did a shooting. We don't have any signal there. And then by the time we went down, we were finished with the camp. There's a news about the COVID. It's like zombie attack. Then March 15, it's lockdown. March 15, imagine that. We already have the pouch. We already have the photos. So what we did is online, and then we still set aside the Alkarock. We had the Happy Ants online store and delivery, which sustained us. I sell beef, chicken, fish.
Because during that time, everything is shocked about the pandemic, the lockdown. So the two industry that have been hardly hit by the pandemic is none other than tourism and transportation. And those two are our business.
Which was my business.
Yeah.
Tourism and marketing.
Yeah.
Back then, I had to close down those businesses.
Yes. So
we have to find a way to fit in the pandemic. What are the needs? And since I used to do that before, as a sideline. And then we did it as a full-time
Yes.
source.
So because of during that time, only basic commodities can pass through the lockdown areas.
Actually, it helped
Yes.
because I got a food. I got a pass.
But then the income is good. But you know, when you're into business, especially in multi-level marketing, and now you're doing it alone, even if you're earning 5,000, 7,000 per day, the cost of your work is 20, 50,000. So yeah, so I remember when we started doing that, I used to walk up in the midnight just to buy products and sell it and deliver the whole day. And then the following day, you have to do it again.
So you have to wake up, you have to pack
Yes.
it, you have to put the raw
Yes.
meat in the
When
bag.
cleaning,
Yes.
when cleaning fish.
Yes.
Imagine I can.
So that's why we came back to Alkarock and we talked to each other. I think this is the right time to go back to MLM.
Yeah.
Because there's no system that would market this product rapidly.
Yeah.
So when we started doing this is business for us. Because we have no business. Really? So the problem with...
So going back on that, you said you had no business. Right?
Yes.
So were you suffering or starting to feel the effects of no income at that point?
No.
Not no
Not no
income,
income.
but low income.
Low income.
Yeah, low
Yeah.
income.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, if you're a businessman,
Yeah.
if you're into business and you're earning that big, even if you still earn more than or higher than
cost.
the ordinary person does,
Okay.
it's still considered a low income, you know, because we cannot adjust lifestyle
That's
immediately, especially the kids.
Yeah.
No, how will you tell them that we have lockdown, we have this kind of problem? We have to adjust our lifestyle.
Yeah, we
So,
got tighten our belts.
yes, we don't have to use our aircon.
Right, middle of summer.
Yeah, so
Because it's very tiring for
it's
you.
very tiring.
Yeah.
So that's why we decided to put this Alkarock into MLM again. So the one that I stopped doing, and then I just felt that the nature will find a way to put you back where you will be more effective. So that I think the nature or our creator decide for us. So I think I have a role to play with this gift of nature. So we started developing the system. We started researching the product, and then we started marketing the
Actually,
product.
the lockdown helped.
Yeah.
We stayed for 1 month.
1 month you just
Out of
stay
province.
right in front of your computer and do
yeah.
all the work.
So I remember our first venture in doing sales and marketing of this product. So we go to a place wherein I have a friend who happens to be my leader before, whom I teaches the network marketing, and then I asked him for help, and then he told me that he's not into MLM anymore. Just like me. So he told me he's operating a farm, and then because of the because I'm the one who teach him a lot going into business to be a great entrepreneur, he owes me. That's why when I tell him, oh, you help me, we just need to find some testimonies regarding the product.
Right.
Because the product have no scientific studies, clinical studies, all that we can do in the time of the pandemic is testimonies. So we have to create testimonies that will power up the product to give product some kind of to raise the belief of the people in the product.
Right.
And we didn't fail. You know, after 5 days, they sent me a report wherein the senior, it's a lady, a senior lady who used the product. Her laboratories improved. Before, all 8 laboratories, frequently go to the laboratory month after month after month. And then after using Alkarock for 5 days, luckily, only 3 of the 8 laboratory results failed. And then on the following month, all 8 laboratories is okay.
Personal laboratories, you know, testing their vitals. Right?
Yes, yes.
All the numbers are
The creatinine, yes, cholesterol, uric acid,
Yeah.
and then blood sugar. So that's where the testimonies started. And that testimonies, we carried that in another province in Bulacan, wherein I visited some of my friends who are with me in the networking business before. And then I'm glad that they're happy to see me again. They even tell me, "Wow, great, we see each other again." After how many years?
10 years.
16 years.
And then you said, so, by the way, I got a new product, and it's rocks.
Yes.
You drink rock water. And and I don't know. I maybe their first impression is this guy has rocks in his head.
Yes. But then it turns out that you know, when you're into multi-level marketing business, you're just like a star. You have followers under you. You have
like an
people who
influencer.
believe you. And then when they see me, whatever is your product, we'll do it together. So they don't see the rock first. Just they see me. That's what you've been telling me that before, and others telling me that if there is a product, most important is you market yourself, because they patronize the product not only because they believe in the product, but first they believe in you. So I think that's the number one secret of Alkarock. Because before, this is just a rock. Yeah. If people will see this as a rock, what's that rock?
Yeah.
Yes. The main problem or trial is how do we get people to use this product? So maybe if you will see a stranger and try to use this, maybe they will not use it probably.
Yeah. Well, I've already had that. I had that issue a couple times when people ask me, "What in the world is in your in your glass?" And I said, "Are those rocks in your glass?" And he goes, "Yes." He goes, because it's such a very new concept.
Yes.
Right. In fact, when I was told about Alkarock about a month ago from my cousin and other people, I didn't believe it. Right. But when she told me some of the results that was occurring in her life, and she asked me to try it, I mean, the only reason why I tried it was because I wanted to help out people.
Yes.
I wanted to help out my cousin at that time. And when they had the opportunity to meet you,
Yes.
because I said, okay, you know what? In order for me to really get into this, because I got another business I'm doing, right? I am focused in what I'm creating with my company, RAYZE. And I really didn't feel I wanted to put in extra time in order, you know, to sort of to look at another business. But when I met you, right, at the mall, right, at the Starbucks, you were telling me about some of the benefits
Yes.
And fortunately for me, I already believed in health. I believe health is wealth, right?
Yes.
And when you told me that the minerals in the rock slowly releases, and you get the potassium, the magnesium, calcium, the sodium, I said, you know what? Those are very healthy minerals that maybe a lot of people are missing in their bodies or in their food, right? And then you said that because your body is more alkaline, it has a better absorption
Yes.
capacity for all the nutrients that you would normally otherwise consume in your food and your drink, right?
Yes. So that's the role of alkaline in our body. And when we used to do this before, we had a lot of troubles,
Yeah.
especially during the lockdown, wherein all the borders are closed. So, but then it came to me as a plus factor because water is essential. That's why when we get into the border and then we tell them that our product is about water, they let us pass.
They'll let you pass.
Yeah, but then not all the borders allow us to pass.
Yeah.
That's why my two colleagues, when we pass by the border, it's just like they win the lottery. They're very much happy because we can market the product.
Right.
But then before doing Alkarock is a business for us. But in 3 years that we're doing this, I believe our role is the business turns into an advocacy because in 3 years we found out that there is no excellent water the people used to drink, especially these days. You know, when I studied the water, biological analysis at first, because we don't have any research regarding water, and nobody does water health awareness. So all my knowledge is based on logical analysis. You know, when our drinking water suffers a lot of how do you call that? A lot of problems because there are people suffering from waterborne diseases in late 80s and early 90s. The science discovered mineral refilling stations wherein the output is mineral water. So I've seen the evolution of the water, how the water changes, and I found out that during that time when they produce mineral water, it only passes through a system wherein they just filter the water. So the process is simply filtration. They just reduce what is in the water, the contaminants, the odor, the taste. And then a few years after, they found out that the mineral water is not that great and that excellent for us to drink because filtration is not enough to clean the mess what's in the water. That's why they develop another technology wherein the water is treated and passed through 24 stage reverse osmosis, and then the output is purified water. Now, with purified water, another problem arises because the purified water pass through a treatment process, and then all the minerals, vital minerals present in the water has been removed. So, and I think when I researched the rise of the purified water industry, after some time, we have seen a lot of dialysis center arising too, because there's a mineral deficiency in which our kidney suffers. And then another technology which is called the distilled water, which some huge bottling companies seen that this is a great business, so they develop distilled water in bottle form. So distilled water, that's the water being given to a child at birth by the pediatrician, because distilled water, when you test it, it's 101% clean and pure, because the TDS is zero. The total dissolved solid is zero. But the problem is, it has no minerals. So it was been concluded is the clean and pure water, but that is not the healthy water.
Yeah.
So that's why when you are into business, and some companies have seen the potential of having the minerals back to the water, they develop alkaline water. So they used to have some machines to alkalize the water. They use mineral drops. They use extenders to alkalize the water. Also, the refilling station, they use buffers to alkaline the water. And then the problem arises again because the TDS goes high. And then the water again is unclean and unpure, though it's healthy. And as I always say, how do you say it's healthy?
If someone were to ask you, what is your motto, right? What is it that sustains you to keep moving on in this business? Because I'm sure you also have had some distractors, right?
Yes.
People who don't believe you.
Yes.
People don't believe that this rock is available. Maybe even some people might call you a scammer.
Yes.
Right? Because they don't believe this, because I've never seen a company actually market rocks before as a way to alkaline water.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
What is it that keeps driving you? What is that internal belief that you say to yourself over and over again that I must pursue, I must continue, I must persist? What is that?
Well, now I'm realizing that what is my role in the here. So I have to perform my role and my duties, because the nature puts me here. And then in every project, in every venture that we are into, we always we always make things happen. You know, when we dream of something, we will see to it that that dreams will not go into nightmare. Yeah, we always deliver results, especially her.
Yeah.
She's the one who's very persistent.
Actually, I credit all to God. Since 2020, the lockdown, we get very spiritual at the same time. So we are we are in the process of conversion to Judaism. So I think the knowledge that we got from being studying with the Jewish, I know it's not maybe it's not related to business, but it is. So we credit it all. So the one thing that sticks to us is that there is no coincidence. There is no coincidence. So this rock, it just came. Then this is the result. So I think, what is our purpose? So
Purpose in life.
Purpose in life.
Yes, we have to serve our
As
purpose.
you know, I'm a survivor of near-death experience. I'm a survivor of hypovolemic shock, secondary to hemorrhage, secondary to uterine atony. In short term, I am what do you call that? I shouldn't be alive. I shouldn't be alive. In medically, I shouldn't be alive, but I am alive, and I do not suffer any brain damage. I am not a bed. I woke up alive and and not in a vegetative state from after giving birth to our youngest. So I always ask what is our purpose, and then getting this knowledge that if you have a vision, you create the vision, you create every details of it. It is as if the universe will follow. For my background, I worked 14 years in a corporate company, so I handle people. I was a former supervisor. I got into an import documentation. I also do audits. So all of these learnings, I think that contributed me to where we are now. So I said, oh, so that previous that career happened to me because it will just be a way towards this. I don't know that I will use it at one time. All the experiences, all the handling of the fleet, though it's very, very different business. It's very different. Before, I'm a commander in handling fleet. You have to be a commander. We're handling drivers of different attitude. And now I have to be this sweet because so I'm not really the marketing type he is. but when you have a goal and then you see what is this teaching us? You see, every now and then we got new testimonies and we can't really believe that we are now getting a cancer survivor, now cancer free.
What drives us to continue doing this is that there are a lot of people waiting for us. In fact, when I visited some of my friends and colleagues, they tell me if you go early, maybe our loved ones still lives, still alive, because they must be saved. When I've seen the discovery of this guy, Dr. Otto Warburg, telling that no disease, including cancer, can exist in an alkaline environment. The discovery is Nobel Prize winner in 1930s, as early as 1930s. We are amazed that this guy is a Jew. He's a Jewish scientist. So she mentioned earlier that there is no coincidence. So maybe Alkarock really is for us. Because as I tell you earlier, 2016, there's a first batch of marketing people who do this product, and then they don't have testimonies and they don't succeed in their venture.
But you did.
But we did. So that's why, as I tell you, in every venture that we are into, we just create a goal, our dream, and then next thing is if we have others who tells us that we are scammers, no? Anyway, in every industry. Yes, there's always like that. But you know the secret? You want to know the secret?
Yes.
You just ignore and continue.
I love that.
Yes. So that's the secret of successful person.
If you were to give an advice to the youth, right, or anybody who's always also looking to succeed in their lives, what would that advice be?
Me. From Rabbi Pinkas Taylor. If you do not go after what you want, you will never have it. If you do not pray for it, the answer is always no. So, for example, is Moses. We all know Moses. Moses is a short yung speech.
Yes.
Moses from the Bible. He cannot speak well, so he have Aaron. Why did he allow it? I mean, he didn't even thought of asking God to correct his tongue. He has a short tongue. So he got Aaron at his side. Because he didn't ask for it. He didn't ask for it. That's why the Rabbi said, God can miraculously heal his tongue. But he didn't pray for it. So that is that is a, it's not yet a secret. You just have to make your
Ask for
want,
it.
your need. You just have to ask it. Sometimes we just, oh Lord, I'm always suffer. I got, but you don't know how what to ask. Then you don't know how to get what you want. Because if you don't go after that, you will never really have it. And the universe, God created us to succeed. God created us to enjoy life. So we just have to find a way to find more opportunities, more possibilities. Sabi nga if you focus on problems, you'll have more problems. But if you focus on opportunities, focus on possibilities, you will have it.
Wow.
Yeah.
You know the problem with some people who wants to be successful but are afraid of making changes.
Afraid,
So they want to be successful but they don't want to change what we're doing, currently doing. They don't want to exceed their comfort zones. That's the great problem. If you are afraid or you have fear or you have doubts in doing something, the percentage of having that happen is 0%. But you know, when you decide to make a step forward towards to what you've been dreaming of, you already have 50%.
Just like me.
So that's mathematically when it's 50%. And you add 1% effort, it's 51% possible.
You remember before I was employed, I told you,
Yeah.
I'm going 15 years and I've been doing that day and night, going to work, and I'm paying, the company's paying well, but I'm also thinking about this rent-a-car business. It's going we have a lot of projects. We're speaking of projects, we're speaking of millions here of the project, and it's not really the money. I have a lot of drivers relying on their livelihood for this project. So eventually I've decided to resign since I'm thinking something bigger. But you think of bigger, but you have no money to start with. It's a choice. So you have to go. You have a dream, and then just push yourself. That's like me. I'm interested in blogging. I have a website in 2012, but I stopped, and then eventually just pop up to me. Oh, why didn't I write again? And then I search, and now here I'm in a circle of media. Yes, that's how you.
It's very easy to become successful. You just have to
Take the plunge.
you just have to decide.
You just have to decide.
Which path are you taking towards that success. Everyone, the success is available for everyone, but not everyone is available for success. So because we all have roles to play. The thing is, you have to choose your role. If you perform it well, and it would be great. If you want to perform the role of being a poor, then go with it. But if you want to be rich, do not perform well in doing four things. So maybe our creator will see that you are not performing well in that manner. So maybe he will come up to a decision and will make you rich. Remember, there are people walking on the moon. Everything is possible. Everything is possible. So the word itself, the impossible, tells you that I'm possible. Get that? So you just have to decide. So and
not everyone, not really everyone will
become successful.
It depends on the definition of their success, and
Yes.
and not everyone can be rich because it will not create balance. Not everyone.
Yes.
You see, there are some poor if that's the definition for another, but they are satisfied and they
Yes.
are and they are happy. So that is their role. They're happy to serve. They're happy to. We do not believe that everyone should be a networker. Everyone should be. Oh, I'll become rich. Oh, you're a doctor. You must leave your being a doctor and you become a. No, we don't believe that because. If you're meant to become a doctor, you can be a doctor and get rich at the same time.
Yes,
Well,
it's choosing your
it's
path.
choosing
You
your
just have
path,
to choose your path.
And not everyone who is on top is happy, but some who are in the low areas of their life are happy. It's their room.
Yes.
Well,
it's their path.
This has been such an amazing story. I really enjoyed this story. And I'd love to have you back, especially in about a year or so, once Alkarock even explodes some more. All right? I'm really happy. Thank you both for being on the show. It's been truly an
Our
honor,
pleasure.
You know, and look forward to having you on the show again.
Yeah.
Okay?
I hope
Our
I hope
pleasure.
we have inspired you.
No, I think
inspired
you
you.
have.
I hope we inspire
Inspired
a lot of
people.
listeners.
I think you have. I think you have inspired a lot. I really like what you said earlier about even the word impossible means I'm possible.
Yes.
So thank you all again for being on the show, and we look forward to having you back again.
Thank you very much.
Very
We can
much.
have a toast.
Yeah, we have a toast to Alkarock.